So welcome to Talkin Ball Game Day Bowl Game / Playoff Prediction Edition.
I really want
that's
a milkshake.
That's hard to say. Playoff Prediction Edition.
Yeah, if you said it 5 times fast. I'm just in a milkshake kind of mood, you know?
Yeah, but before we get into that, I'd like to thank Cam Smith with the...
Kind of
Thank you, Cam.
what kind of milkshake?
With the...
Coffee, cookies and cream.
No, okay, cookies and cream. Coffee.
Yeah. I like a coffee, like a mocha frappuccino milkshake.
No, you're tripping.
Hey, we're thanking Cam. You ain't got to stop.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Cam.
but if we thank Cam and people can't hear...
That's true, and then we got to say
about
sorry, Cam.
Cam,
Sorry,
yeah.
Cam. Sorry, Cam.
Exactly.
Did you say sorry?
I think
I?
I
Big
think-
man with your girl too much.
I think you did. But yeah, thank you, Cam Smith, with the Just Jesus Radio Network, internet radio app for your gospel preaching, gospel singing.
That's the nice
Our boy Dave is on there Saturday mornings at 8:30, so make sure you give him a listen.
Lights went out.
Also with the American Senior Benefits Insurance Company.
I like a coral.
All your insurance needs, make sure you go give him a call, email,
Shout out for real.
whatever you may need with that.
Hey.
So, but yeah, let's dive into
Dude,
this.
I like this, but we're gonna get somebody
So-
else.
We used to be big on the Flash early on. in
we
our
did.
tenure, man.
Yeah, we did.
And then a lot of feedback was like chill on the light.
Yeah, then we did a little poll, and it was like 65-35.
Brooks
It wasn't like a blowout.
Austin did not like the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So we are recording this
He
on
follows us.
Wednesday before. So this is the first game that we are predicting. Is not till a week later. So a lot of stuff could happen in the next week. So
yes, COVID.
Facts,
there,
COVID.
there could be cancellations of games. There could
running
be
rampant.
people.
If you have flu-like symptoms,
yeah.
take medicine for the flu. Get some rest. Drink plenty of water.
Yeah.
Don't go get a blessed COVID.
Yeah.
test.
And if you got the COVID shot and all that, that's your business.
Yeah, it
know,
is
we're
your
not-
business. And if that's what you. I'm not bashing that, but I am saying this. Man, it's flu season.
All right. Everybody,
Yeah,
if you got
it's flu season.
if you got a
If you
little
want to get the
sniffle,
vaccine, get the vaccine. Do what you
if
gotta
you got a
do.
sniffle, doesn't mean you have the flu. It doesn't mean you have to have COVID, especially this Omicron.
It just means you got the sniffles, man.
Yeah.
Omicron is Greek.
Yeah, it is. And now
Really?
I literally every time I
Hey,
say
bro,
Can
it,
I tell you what it means?
Did you already know that? Like
Yeah.
before it came out?
yes.
Yeah, because
Really?
we say Greek.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And the
Yeah,
only thing I
Bible
know is
college.
like alpha is the end, and then
Yeah.
alpha is the beginning.
Yeah.
Yo, my sister's husband's a Greek, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
My brother.
But yeah, so like I said, we're recording this a week in advance because
What's
of
his name?
Rhombus.
Rhombus.
yeah, because of Christmas coming up, and we got it's busy time. So
It's busy times here at Talkin Ball headquarters.
so yeah, so by the time this post on,
Also-
I'll probably try to get it posted Monday. Hope you had a Merry Christmas.
Merry
Absolutely.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Hey,
New Year's
remember
coming
the greatest
up this week.
gift ever given.
Yep,
Hey,
Jesus Christ
Alexis.
Himself.
Oh.
So,
I
but
want
yeah,
dude. I want an Alexis so bad.
repent and be saved.
If I don't get
Yeah.
Alexa for
I don't.
Christmas, I will order one.
I don't mess with Alexa at all. That's a government thing right there, man.
yeah, it is. They
Straight
be
up.
tracking you.
Yep, and they be trying
Man,
to
you
make-
can't run a $1,000 phone. Worry about somebody tracking
No,
you.
My
not-
phone is not $1,000.
Wait.
I
You can't run a
promise you-
$600 phone.
Promise you, my phone. I got an iPhone 6. So
Okay, I mean, I got
a
a
$20 phone. And
Yeah,
you
that's about the
I got a
truth.
6 Plus, but it's not about tracking.
Mine
They
was
listening to
950.
your every conversation, man.
They do. They do. But that's not what we're here for. Let's talk about these bowl games.
Out on Alexa.
My breakout
I
player
think they're cool.
is the man himself.
Don't do it.
Do it, bro.
If you choose Stetson,
Do
I'm
it.
slapping you.
Ow, that hurt my jam finger, man.
Who will it be?
DJ Uyong.
I was gonna do it, but you did it, bro.
You've
Come on,
done
man.
it 4 times.
No, I've never done DJ.
I've done it like 4
He's-
times this year.
Yeah.
I might have
I
done
have.
it. I know
I've
he
done it.
has.
I know both of you have picked DJ at least.
Yes.
I was gonna do it, bro.
But
This is it, baby. This is coming out party.
This
No,
is
it's coming out of the closet.
coming out.
He's not gonna have a good game. He sucks.
You're probably right.
You're probably right. But we got a new offensive
I
coordinator.
believe
Tony Elliott's
We're the same
gone.
guy, but
Well, I believe that he's gonna suck.
Breakout player.
Hey,
He's fighting.
he had this-
he's,
hey.
he's fighting for his job now.
hey, he had this time.
Not
He
yet.
had this time off.
He's already fighting for it. I promise
Whoa,
you.
Wait.
No.
With Cade already
DJ gonna be
signing.
making Subway sandwiches by next fall.
I just
wait.
got a $10 gift card to Subway. I can
Hey,
give
what
it
a
to him.
blessing. Hey,
Boom, baby.
is it just me?
Why would you give
or
it
you
to
got the
me?
$5 foot long from Subway, but it's never $5.
And it's never
Right,
really a
and it's
It's always
never
like
a
$10.
foot long.
No.
So that's my breakout player. Who's yours?
But
Well,
real quick. Hey,
I don't want this to be 40 minutes.
I don't care if it's 45 minutes.
I do because it takes forever to
I haven't
edit
thought
it.
about
Well,
breaking
that
point.
is a personal
No.
issue.
Nobody watches these
But-
anyways. This is our least viewed thing is our game day episode.
Oh no, actually towards the end
Yeah,
of the season
it
they
got-
started coming
yeah.
on a little bit.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But DJ, he got this time off.
Yep.
It's Christmas time. He got to go back home a little
Missouri
bit.
Army is
Last
playing
night
right
he was
now.
at the Rams game. He got to watch
SEC.
Matthew Stafford sling the
SEC.
ball around. He's gonna get his mentals right. He's about to ball out against some Cyclones.
So who's your breakout player?
Who's my breakout player,
I
man?
ain't even looked at the idea of a backup player.
Yeah, I haven't really. Let me see what the games are. Let me get a little peek.
Who's going to be quarterback for Auburn?
I guess T.J. Finley,
Is he
dude.
not hurt?
Actually, he might be.
So when does Clemson play?
Next Wednesday.
I'm gonna go. Man,
Thursday game's Tuesday? Or Monday?
there's a handful of people I'm wanting to go with.
College football is back again.
I'm gonna go with Jamison Williams. I don't think Sauce Gardner has enough sauce to end this man.
guard him.
Jameson.
Oh,
Yeah, to guard him. baby.
Wow, he doesn't have enough
He
sauce.
doesn't have it.
Do
Jamison
you have
Williams.
enough sauce?
Jameson Williams gonna hop off.
Dave?
Sauce. Huh? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not extremely prepared for this, and the God in heaven would not allow me to pick Stetson Bennett because that, my friend, would quench the Holy Ghost for every future service I'd ever be in. So I can't do that. I don't really know. I'm not pissing. Excuse my
It's
language.
like a magic wand.
I'm not picking anybody from Michigan.
I'm done.
I don't know what to do. Can I just go with the obvious here?
Yeah, go with it.
Bryce Young. He will
Two from
break out versus Cincinnati. I think he'll have a good game.
Bro, I'm throwing Wes Goodwin, bro.
That's Cap. No, it probably isn't Cap. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna back out on that. I'm gonna back out on that.
Having a retraction here.
Who? And I'm drawing a blank here, but there's one quarterback that chose not to back out on his team. It wasn't Kenny Pickett, was it?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett backed out.
Yeah, he backed
Who
out.
was it that said they're not quitting? They're playing through the ball game because if it wasn't for his teammates, they wouldn't be where they're at.
I don't know, bro. I didn't even catch that story,
Dude,
bro. That's a
who
good
is
story.
Whoever that is, that's my breakout player.
We don't know who it is. It's a mystery guy.
Mystery guy.
But this mystery man is absolutely going to ball
Yeah.
out.
So
for
whoever
Toledo.
quarterback breaks out this week, that's who David.
So
Pickett
is it like a higher touted guy?
He had a great season. It's not Kenny Pickett.
Nope, Kenny Pickett backed out.
Is he like well known? Unless Kenny Pickett decided to come back, and I mean that's a
No,
news
I
story I
haven't
didn't
seen
hear, but I haven't seen it.
Oh! I'm tripping, really tripping hard. It was Matt Corral.
Matt Corral. Hey, I like that.
He said, to my understanding, he said that pretty much he's not quitting on his team. He's playing the bowl game because if it wasn't for them, he wouldn't be who he is.
I like that.
I'm
I
going to
do.
take him just because of the character, because in our day and time, if you don't make a playoff game, you don't have to play.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's really pathetic. The team.
Which
that's
is
you.
why I think if they put the Heisman toward the very end of the thing,
guys,
it-
Oh,
it
absolutely.
made ball games matter.
Yep.
Against a very good Baylor defense, Matt Corral has a great game
Yep.
and solidifies himself as the best quarterback in the draft.
I can see that. We're not going to do an upset alert this week, this week, just because there's so many different games. But my sleeper team that I'm sleeping on.
I'm doing an upset.
You can do an upset if you want to. Is
Georgia's going to upset Michigan. I'm just not upset. Georgia's a lot better.
I can't sleep on Texas because they didn't make a bowl game. I don't think.
No, I don't think they did. I mean, you came on hot sleeping on the Longhorns.
I did. Which, by the way, I'm not sleeping on next year because Quinn Ewers
I'm
and
still snoozing.
I'm snoozing.
I'm not.
Think of somebody else.
Who's the running back now? Bijan Robinson.
Is he coming back?
He was a running back last year.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Really, Bijan.
It's gonna be a
No,
dangerous.
I hope Quinn Ewers.
dangerous.
I hope Quinn Ewers gets
Nah.
hit by a bus and doesn't even get injured. Like I hope he's perfectly okay and he just walks away.
That's what's up.
Just,
I'm
just
sleeping
has
on.
like a scare.
I'm sleeping on South Carolina.
Wow.
I'm sleeping on South Carolina.
That's a great. Hey,
Reasonable.
Dallas, that is a heck of a choice right there, baby. I like that.
kind of obvious.
baby.
Let's freaking go.
They're hyped up.
Oh, they're so hyped up.
They've got Spencer.
We got Spencer
They've
Rattler.
got Spencer Rattler. They've got the tight end. They thought they were getting Theo Weiss, but
Oh, my
that
goodness,
didn't
dude.
go through.
But I mean, they're
Um,
gonna get 500 other people.
Right?
They're,
They're fixing.
they're gonna win the East.
We love you, CC, if you're watching this.
I hope the SEC
And
goes
CC, we
undefeated.
hope you know that none of this is fallbacks. None of this falls back on you.
I hope Uganda's treating you well.
Yeah,
Just throwing it out
Uganda.
there.
Shout out to CC in Uganda.
Glory.
Snowing in Uganda.
Really, man. He's
Yeah.
a big snowboarder, man.
Yeah,
since
big
he moved to
snowboarder.
Uganda.
Yeah, he is.
Big missionary guy.
Yeah. But I'm sleeping on South Carolina. Expect Sammy Howell
Sammy Howell,
to
baby.
have a big great
That's
game.
a great pick.
Yeah.
If I could sleep on South Carolina and just fall alongside with you, I would. They're gonna win the East next year, though. Of course. I guess
Yeah, because Spencer Rattler.
But who am I sleeping on?
When Spencer Rattler it just came out today that he really thought he was going to USC Trojans.
That's true. When he walked in, he
thought he was following Lincoln Riley, but he didn't because he hasn't even been to Columbia.
So was he in the
yet.
portal, or had he not signed, or what's
He hasn't even been to Columbia. I don't know where's he at
Got you.
now, but yeah.
Rip for old Spencer.
Who signs with a team that's never even been to their campus?
And they got that virtual. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people had to do that because of COVID this past recruiting cycle. But regardless, I get your point. I'm gonna sleep on Brock Purdy. Wes Goodwin about to dice this man up, man.
I like it.
He been
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy put up the stats all year.
Oh, yeah, let's not act like he had a good year.
Yeah, I was actually about to get into that. He's had a very lackluster year compared to the expectations that he came in with, the expectations that Iowa State came with. Really, you got two teams here in Clemson and Iowa State that have underwhelmed.
Yep.
That Iowa State even had borderline playoff aspirations. Obviously, Clemson was expected to be in the playoffs as well on both teams. I don't know Iowa State's record exactly, but they're both in the Cheez-It Bowl.
7-5.
But Wes Goodwin, he's been dreaming of this. Wes Goodwin,
this is his moment.
He's been staying up all night. He's been spending extra hours in the lab, man.
Yeah.
He's been remembering formations. Wes Goodwin about to have the best game plan that's ever been planned.
Could we see back-to-back shutouts?
I ain't going to go that far, nowhere near at all, because Iowa State is significantly better than South Carolina, and South Carolina is absolutely trash and terrible. But Brock Purdy struggles because he's gonna be trembling. He's going to be twitching when he looks over at Wes Goodwin on that sideline, and that little midget's just staring back at him, baby.
Dave?
Who do you sleep on? Because if you're good, your starting quarterback decided not to play.
Yeah.
If you're bad, it doesn't matter anyways. I mean, well, yeah. When we sleep on a team that had a Heisman candidate for a quarterback and he's not playing, yeah, that's a hard ask right there.
On the Wolverines?
So obviously, I mean, I'd sleep there.
I can't. Bro. You take it.
Bowl games, I mean, looking at these, it's not fun because of the Tax Slayer Bowl. What happened with that? It says to be determined. Is that A&M?
Yes.
A&M was a Gator Bowl.
Sleeping on A&M.
Well, they're not playing.
Yeah, they're not playing.
They're sleeping. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sleep on Utah.
Hey, shout out Hang Time.
Utah
will get blasted. And I about said something stupid against Utah. Against
Utah, he did
against Ohio State.
I did end up saying something stupid.
Hey, the effort was there.
Yeah. So, on to our picks, and it comes down to the final week.
Boom. Hey, Dave's still in it.
Dave's still in it.
Hey, you only
Me and John
back,
are
baby.
tied, and Dave is 2 games back. So, our guest picker this week, as Dave calls him, is
Dylan
Bully Bolt.
Dylan Bolt. You gonna call him?
Dude, I like this one. It's like a slow.
What? That's kind of fossil.
Call Dylan.
I still feel like people are gonna be spazzing right there.
Why'd
I
you
feel
get
like,
mad?
Because
man, I gotta look at these.
This
games
is why
for
people don't watch our videos.
So I had Paul Feinbaum's show number, and I've like several times in my life tried to call this and never answered. It's always been busy. Paul Feinbaum just don't want to handle my tapes. I love you to death. What's going on, Dylan? We're here with Talking Ball Live. Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler, and Booger McFarland.
So we'll just kind of give you a little background about Dylan. We've been friends with Dylan for a long time. Dylan is.
He jammed my finger last night.
Dylan did jam John's finger last night.
Before he really knew me, he had a chance to absolutely annihilate my entire career and tackle me into oblivion.
Yeah.
But he
Real
didn't.
quick.
I'm still
And you'll see by the picture that I put up, Dylan, I got to find a good picture of you. Dylan is jacked.
He's a big man.
He's a big man.
Dylan, in one word, describe yourself. Testosterone.
That's a good word. But yeah, Dylan is a blessed Alabama fan. They're probably going to win the Natty this year.
An Alabama fan that's never even been to the state of Alabama.
And next year, he literally went to.
Lived in Alabama.
Yeah, that was his first college football game.
He's never lived in Alabama.
But yes, Dylan is a huge Alabama fan, so that's why David doesn't like him.
Do you have oceanfront property?
No.
That's Arizona, by the way.
No way. I know this.
Okay, just letting you know. All right.
Arizona, bro. Well, you have oceanfront property anywhere there's an ocean, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Oceanfront property
in South Carolina.
This man thinks there's an ocean in the middle of Arizona. He calls it the Arizona Sea.
George Strait had
Anyway,
oceanfront property in Arizona. He could see
Dylan.
the sea from his front porch.
Dylan, who you picking, Clemson or Iowa State?
I'm gonna go Clemson with this.
Hey, good pick.
Good pick. I'm as well going Clemson. I think the offense gets it together, as I said. I don't know if that's even true, if we can even get it together.
I've heard you say that at least 10 times.
Yeah, but it's got to happen eventually.
Do you keep saying that too?
But yeah, I'm going with the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm going Clemson. You got Big Bad Wes Goodwin with Big Bad Will Shipley.
I mean, short bad.
That is an unstoppable force. Duo right there,
Yeah.
baby. Brandon Streeter's probably be the same offense as Tony
Yeah,
Elliott's
probably.
was, but
Dude.
be what it be. Hey, we beat South Carolina 30-0. South
Yeah.
Carolina's trash.
Dave?
Clemson all the way.
Man just takes random shots at South Carolina.
Dave?
I want Clemson. Nothing else to be said. Iowa State sucks.
Dylan, North Carolina at South Carolina, or North Carolina versus South Carolina.
Iowa State's favored.
I'm gonna be honest.
Imagine.
This one is a big toss-up, but for the love of everything in me, for my insanity and everything else, I need North Carolina to
See?
absolutely obliterate South Carolina.
See, Dylan's been in the same boat.
Yeah.
Me and
Is Sammy
we've all
playing?
been in.
Sammy Howell is playing.
I think I'm saying he's going to return.
Yeah.
Bro. I think he returns.
I'm as well.
needs to.
Great
I don't think
take.
he's announced.
I can see South Carolina winning this game.
Good.
But I think Sam Howell's too much. I think Sam Howell can throw the ball way better than DJ. I think their offense
Yeah.
is way more
Way better than DJ.
Their
Just a random shot at DJ there.
Well, I was getting there. I was getting somewhere with that, and we put up 30 against them. So I think they put up in the 40s.
That was all Will Shipley.
So I'm going with the Tar Heels.
I'm going to go with Sam Howell because his third cousin's related to Tom Brady.
I'm going to have to, as well, go with the Tar Heels. Now, you got really two polar opposites. You got a great offense and a bad defense with North Carolina, a terrible offense and a solid defense with South Carolina. But I think Sam Howell's the difference maker. I think this
I do
game's
too.
going to be close. I believe it is a toss-up, as Dylan said, but I think North Carolina pulls it out.
North Carolina stormed up with a pick six.
Hey, Storm Duck's coming back,
Pick
baby.
six.
It's coming back.
All right, Dylan, Pitt versus Michigan State.
I'm not gonna lie, I struggled with this one.
And I don't know if you know, but Kenny Pickett is not playing.
Neither is Kenneth Walker.
Neither is Kenneth Walker
So
from
both,
Michigan
both
State.
teams are missing their Heisman candidate.
Yep.
Yeah, the problem is you got Pittsburgh who beats a very good Tennessee
better.
team at the start of the season,
talk loud.
and then the very next week lose to Western Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spitting facts, man.
And then they do beat Clemson, and then the next week they lose to Miami.
It's true.
And so I was like back and forth, but I feel like Michigan State pulls away. And I know they got annihilated by Ohio State. I get it, props to them for that one. But
Look,
I
take
just don't see Pittsburgh coming out with it with their quarterback not playing.
I like it. I like the pick. I think with Kenny Pickett not playing, and also
I don't even know who they play.
yeah, dude. With Kenny Pickett not playing, but also with what's the dude's name? Kenneth Walker not playing. I think Kenny Pickett is a bigger loss, just because he's your quarterback. He's at the helm of everything. So I'm going to go Michigan State as well.
I've wrestled with this one a bit. It's been a bit of a struggle. Both is a huge loss. It's obviously a bigger loss losing your starting quarterback
Devil.
than it is losing necessarily your starting running back. Though, I mean,
The Hades.
it's not like Michigan State has been good in any way, shape, or form at really passing the ball either. This is a tough one for me. You got Pat Narduzzi. He's a great coach. He really is. But at
Terrible
the same
last
time,
name.
Mel Tucker is a very good football coach. I think I'm gonna roll with the Spartans. That's tough, but I think I'm gonna go with the Spartans. Tough pick though.
Dave?
What about you, Dave?
I gotta take Michigan State here.
Clean sweep again.
There is the
Bro, you still there, Dylan?
both teams are missing their Heisman level quarterbacks. I mean, talents, not quarterbacks, but one is a quarterback, one is a running back. But Michigan State still sports a top defense, and I think that's important. Now their secondary is dog water,
Sus. Yeah.
so we'll see how that goes. But man, it's so hard, and I wish these guys would just play, because if they just played, they'd probably go with Pitt.
Right. Yeah, I would too.
But I think I just think Michigan State still has that defense. If they get in a close game, defense can win it for them. I'm going to roll in Michigan State here and say it's harder to replace an elite quarterback than an elite running back.
Agree with that. All right, Dylan. Baylor versus Ole Miss. Who you going with?
I'm gonna take Ole Miss simply because it's really hard to vote against the SEC team,
Right.
and I'm gonna need like offensive coordinator Lane Kiffin for Alabama to come in and call this offense to perfection.
I like it. I'm gonna disagree though for the first time tonight. I'm going with Baylor. Baylor
It's
coming.
okay to be wrong.
Yeah, Baylor coming off a big win against
He's wrong a ton.
Oklahoma State.
Big win.
So I think they keep it rolling. And I think they beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, this one as well is a tough pick. Baylor's a dang good football team. They really are. I mean, a really, really good football team. They have an incredible defense. Dave Aranda's done an incredible job as their head coach. I mean, they're a dangerous team. Matt Corral's final game with Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin is an offensive guru. I'm going to have to go with the Rebels here.
Ole Miss?
To go with Ole Miss.
Dave?
Matt Corral's sending them out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know that this is a close game. Baylor doesn't have a whole lot for an offense.
And their quarterback balled out in the first half against Oklahoma State. Their backup.
But they have
Yeah, but what
they have
that
a
score
stellar
like?
they have a stellar defense.
They
though.
do, but yeah. Ole Miss by 15, 14, 17.
That's big. I'm the only one that went.
Matt Corral with
Respect
the
it, hey.
absolutely. By the way,
I think Baylor. I think it's a close game.
Matt Corral's the best quarterback in the draft, and I don't think it's that close.
All right, Dylan. Cincinnati at
He doesn't
versus
have the fake slides.
versus Bama.
I'm definitely taking Bama on this one.
How?
But
Not so fast. No, I'm just kidding.
you want to know how close I'm taking this?
Yes, I
want
want to know what's your opinion on it.
I'm gonna be honest. I think halfway through the third quarter, Bama finally pulls away to just. They'll get 2 or 3 trash touchdowns. I think towards the end of the game.
So-
I think it's close at the beginning. What scares me though is with Mitchie being out, because I know everybody talks about Williams and he's
Yeah.
a phenomenal receiver.
Yeah.
But the problem is Mitchie got 96 receptions this season against Williams 68.
Yeah.
Now Williams is the breakaway player. I mean, he's going to have
He's
2
a
or 3
home run guy.
catches that are just breaking
Right.
away. But what I need Alabama to do is establish a run game.
Yep.
Everybody, they talk about the Georgia-Bama game. What they don't realize and fail to see is that Bama did not have a running offense that game.
Yeah. They threw the ball.
I mean, we threw the ball with the lead when we needed to be running out the clock, but Georgia just continuously shut our rushing down.
Right.
And I had somebody try to argue, well, they had a lot of rushing yards. That's because Bryce Young decided
Yep.
to
Right.
take off
That's
and
fact.
make them look great. Robinson needs to have we need the running game to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I just don't see Cincinnati. I see them maybe keeping it close at the beginning, but I just don't see them winning at all. And I really hate that Cincinnati has to be the victim to this.
Yeah.
But I'm so tired of these teams that don't play anybody all year long trying to have an argument to be in the playoffs.
Right.
You beat a Notre Dame team, and everybody wants to hop on the Notre Dame train, but every year that they get into the playoffs, they get destroyed. And I'm just tired of these teams that don't play nobody
Yeah.
getting into the playoffs and then thinking they deserve to be there. And I hope Alabama and Nick Saban just goes in there and just immediately destroys them.
Yeah.
But the way this year's went, flipping Cincinnati could beat Alabama by 21 points. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. No, I love the take. I couldn't agree any more with you. I think in our other group chat, I predicted
not even
like 38-17 or something like that. I can see it being a close game at halftime, close game midway through the third quarter, Bama getting a couple touchdowns, pulling away. And I made this statement the other day that this is Cincinnati's opportunity to prove that they deserve to be there. Do I think they're the fourth best team in the nation? Yeah, I do. But there's that much of a gap between the first. I really think the first 3 and number 4. Like I said, but I think Cincinnati plays tough. They hang tough to begin with. Alabama pulls away at the end and wins pretty convincingly.
I would say I pretty much echo everything that's been said. I think Cincinnati. I don't even think it's that I think they're the fourth best team, but I think there's the other three teams aren't as elite as maybe a lot of people think. Bama's has a bunch of flaws. We've seen Georgia flaws get exposed. So I think Cincinnati has a real chance to keep this game close, but I think ultimately they don't have enough horses in the stable, and I just cannot see Nick Saban losing to a group of 5 team in the playoffs. As much as I'm trying to picture that in my head and seeing the confetti fall and Cincinnati walking off as the victor, I can't, so I have to roll with Bama.
Agree. Dave?
Bama.
All right. So now for the big game.
All right, so I go last pretty much every time.
You want to go first?
I'm going first.
Okay.
Lead us off.
I understand recency bias and all that, and I understand that Michigan is hot right now. That was 4 weeks ago, but Georgia's got something to prove, and this is a favorable matchup for Georgia.
Agree.
Michigan's going to come in, do everything they can to run the ball down Georgia's throat, and Georgia's going to stand back and laugh at them. If you want to beat us, you have to go over the top. We played a lot of great rushing teams throughout the year. Auburn, good rushing team. Florida, good rushing team. Arkansas, good rushing team. Nothing. Shut out Arkansas. Florida couldn't do anything. Auburn really couldn't do anything offensively. And I think you're going to see that here. I think Georgia's defense is going to play lights out. I think our offense will struggle early. I don't think our offense will play that great. At this point in time, Stetson is what he is. He's been at Georgia for like 5-something years. Okay, in the last 3.5 weeks, he hasn't magically just gotten worlds better. I'm not saying there's not some kind of slight improvement that could happen here and there. He is who he is. He's a game manager who, if he has to go down and make a play, he can't. And I've had Georgia fans argue me the last 3 days. Oh, you're not behind. You're not supporting. You can't celebrate this win. Okay, just because I think JT is a better quarterback, I support Stetson as the quarterback. I just don't think he's the best option. With that said, as long as he's the starter, I support him, and I hope that he goes absolutely off. People act like because I think JT should be starting that I don't want Stetson to play good.
Yeah, of course.
No, I want Stetson to go out there go 20 for 20 for 450 yards and 5 touchdowns. I mean, I want him to play great. That's not him. You're asking somebody to do something that they can't. You're asking a non-elite quarterback to play like an elite. You can't. Now that doesn't mean you can't have a great game. But with that said, I do believe Stetson's a above-average quarterback, and I think he's a great game manager. But defense is going to be lights out. I really think this game will be something like 28 or 31-10. I think Georgia will win by a big margin thanks to the defense.
So which one are you going, 28 or 31?
Let's go ahead and give me 31-13. We'll call it final there. Dylan, what you got?
Man, you took a lot of the words out of my mouth. Michigan, they're just a run offense. That's all they are. They're not no big over-the-top plays passing, and I do not see them running the ball down Georgia's throat. I think that they do it better than what some other teams have done through the year.
Right.
But I just don't see them overpowering Georgia's defensive line nor their linebackers. It's ridiculous. And from me being an Alabama standpoint, I have something against Michigan getting invited to the Heisman and Will Anderson not. So
that's a good point.
A whole different argument. But I'm going to go Georgia with this one. And I guess one of the big things while I'm picking Georgia, not only were they dominant all year long, and then they had their one bad game, which just so happened to be in the SEC championship against Bama. But I have to say, and David, you're welcome for this, but I trust Kirby Smart way more than I do Harbaugh. Harbaugh finally, after how many years, finally got a win over Ohio State in the fluke year. I trust Kirby Smart coaching the Georgia team way more than I do Harbaugh coaching Michigan.
So what's your score?
I'm actually going to go a lot bigger spread than what most people might take. I'm going to say Georgia puts up 35. One of those touchdowns being a defensive touchdown, if not two. And I'll give Michigan 10 points. I think they score one rushing touchdown off of a big play, and then they get a field goal late, and that's it.
I do think we could. I think you could see us. I think Michigan's can come to a point late where they try to force passes, like Georgia did against Bama, and that's not who they are, and that's going to cause mistakes. I do think we see potentially Georgia score a defensive touchdown, but I think Georgia will force turnovers.
John?
I'm going to go make my pick. Man. Okay.
I
agree.
We got midget supporter in the room.
I agree, absolutely.
I love
Without
I love Stetson. I really do. And JT's got COVID, so I guess he is the best option.
I agree with a lot that has been said. I think a lot of people look at that Bama game and they go, oh, wow, Georgia's a fraud. Let's not forget Georgia's dominated this entire season against some quality opponents. Now, the East isn't the strongest in the world, but, I mean, it's still the SEC regardless. That defense is legit. And I've said it a million times. I do believe this does not match up favorably for Michigan.
Right.
I've said it a million times I think they would match up more favorably with Bama. But Cade McNamara, he's shown that he can make a big-time throw from time to time. Now, that's not their offense, but he did make some big-time throws against Ohio State when he absolutely needed to. But like David said, if Georgia completely shuts down their run game, and I'm not saying they are and I'm not saying they will, as a Michigan fan, do you really think Cade McNamara can drop back and throw the ball 25, 30 times and win you that football game? Though even y'all will probably never get to that point unless y'all are behind. Y'all even threw that many times regardless. I don't think so. I think this defense is just too good. I think Michigan's a good football team. I think Michigan is a legit really good football team. And the more these weeks have gone on, the more Michigan's kind of grown on me, the more games I've watched of them. They're explosive. Like it's not, they don't just ground and pound you to that extent where it's 12 play drives. I mean, I think they've had the most like 30+ yard plays this year out of like almost anybody in college football.
A lot of that being running.
Right, but this is an explosive offense. I think it's going to be close, low-scoring game, but I can't see UGA's defense getting beat by a running team, and I don't think they will. I think this is a 20. I'm gonna go 23 to. No, I'm gonna go 21-13. Georgia.
So just looking at the stats from Michigan versus Ohio State, I hear a lot of people resort back to the Ohio State game on Cade McNamara and say, oh, well, he did this, he did that. 13 for 19, 160 yards, and an interception. What is that? That's game managing.
All right. That's why I don't.
Michigan's offense is built a lot like Georgia's offense. They just don't have the weapons Georgia has. Michigan doesn't have.
I think you have almost the spitting image of a team in a sense. You got Michigan who has a little bit better running game and Georgia who has a better defense.
Right. Well, so I think the teams try to do a lot. I think they have a lot of the same mindset. I think Georgia's just better at it.
Yeah.
Michigan doesn't have Brock Bowers. They don't have George Pickens. It's just matter of fact. Nobody else in this nation has Brock Bowers. And George Pickens.
Do y'all have George Pickens?
Yes.
But I will.
I thought he had to be on 14-day protocol.
Hey, that's test negative.
But I will say
but
this.
I'm pretty sure
he can test again tomorrow.
Wait, and now,
no, I'm being dead serious. Like I think
he can test again.
You have
tomorrow.
to have 3, right?
He can take 2 negative tests in a row and he's good.
2. Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was 3.
But
yes.
Go ahead, Dylan.
And I want y'all's legitimate.
Even if we don't have George Pickens, we're good.
Do I get a pass?
We didn't have him for 12 games.
The COVID rule kicks in that they implemented today. That a national champion.
Dude, that
can
rule
be
was
crowned.
bogus.
I sure hope not.
What was the question?
It's definitely
The new
possible.
COVID rule that there might not be a national championship because of COVID.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
That rule is so bogus.
If nobody plays, the farthest date they'll push it out to is January the 14th, and if neither team can play after that, then there's.
But real quick,
then it's a no
I will
contest.
say this: as you have said, Michigan doesn't have Brock Bowers, absolutely, who's the best tight end in college football. Who doesn't have George Pickens, who's a game changer, but who knows how many times he'll even be out there taking snaps with Georgia. They might pull him a million times. And as great as y'all's running back recruiting is, Blake Corum and Hassan Haskins is the best running back duo in college football. And it's not close.
Yes.
They
I don't think Corman's anything special.
Corum's a home run hitter. No, Hassan Haskins is a monster, but Blake Corum's a good.
He is. He's that guy that's only going to have 6 or 7 carries,
right.
but he's a home run hitter.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing. I've watched Georgia's defense for 3 years. You know the only running back over the last 2.5 years that scored on Georgia? Najee Harris.
Yeah.
the only one that scored a rushing touchdown on Georgia. Now we've had a few quarterbacks.
Right.
Najee Harris.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
I'm not, and that's the thing. Literally, I'm not discrediting Michigan's run game. I think it's elite.
Yeah.
I think it's the best in the nation. I just don't think you want to come against Georgia's defense and run the ball.
I agree.
I just think there's too much there up front. Here's the thing. I think Michigan's offense, especially defensively, I think they're really good, just like Georgia's really good, but we kind of do things differently. Georgia's scheme is really unique in that 3-4. And other teams run it, but Kirby Smart and Nick Saban that's kind of a Saban defense, really. But with that said, they do a lot like Georgia. They pass well when they're running well.
Yeah.
It's luxury passing. Yeah, if they're running the ball, great. They can pass. I just don't believe, just like I don't believe in Stetson too.
Right.
If the run game is shut down or drop back and pass, I don't believe in K. McNamara. That's why I think Georgia shuts the run game ultimately down, and they're going to have a few hits, just like anybody. But I don't see them playing bully ball against us. With that said, I think we'll have Pickens. If we don't, I just don't think it's that big of a deal because we're not going to beat anybody by passing anyways.
Michigan wins 27-26.
That's cap.
So
You heard it here
it's
first.
cat when I give my opinion.
Wait, why?
He has that opinion because you know what, Dust? Give us good reasoning. I want to hear good reasoning.
I think special teams comes into play early.
Georgia has the best special teams in the nation.
Michigan's pretty good too.
We have the best punter in the nation. We have an elite field goal unit.
I'm just giving my opinion.
An elite
I think
return man.
I think special teams plays a big effect early.
Okay, that's our
And
advantage.
And I don't think I agree. I don't think Michigan is going to run the ball.
No, they won't.
Down. I don't think Michigan's going to run the ball down Georgia's throat. I don't. But I think Michigan's defense makes enough big plays to give Cade McNamara a short field early in the game.
It's possible.
And they put up some points early.
Yeah.
And I think they pull it out in the end.
And as I've said, I just can't see Georgia lose this game because of that run defense, but I will not be shocked or surprised.
Well, no,
if
Michigan's a good football team.
Georgia has the best defense in college football, no doubt about it. But Michigan's second.
Michigan's up there for sure.
I don't know that
certainly.
Michigan's second.
But I do like that
Michigan's
take.
secondary is not very good at all.
I do like that take though. If they slow that Georgia run game down early and Aiden Hutchinson and
Big-
the other
the
guys
bottom line is-
able to get to Stetson Bennett, you see a strip sack, you see a forced throw by Stetson, 2 turnovers right there.
Because
But let me ask you
all
this.
we've heard from the moment that they've lost to Bama up until now is, oh, God, here we go again. Here's Georgia. Can't win the big one. Can't win the big one. It's Stetson.
Well, Georgia can win the big one. They just can't beat Bama.
Stetson Bennett.
Won a lot of big games under Kirby Smart.
I'm talking about the Natty. I'm talking about the Natty.
Well, this isn't the Natty. This
it's the big one.
is
But what I'm saying is,
Hard Rock Stadium.
here's Stetson. Here's Stetson. It's back and forth. Dan Lanning is leaving.
No.
I don't think that plays any effect, but we don't know. Does that play a negative effect? I don't think it does.
There's been a lot of coaches leave and continue. Matter of fact, Kirby Smart did it and won a natty.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it has any effect, but could it? I don't know.
Anything's possible.
But like I said, I think, I just think, and like I said, every year there's that one team that it just happens to be their year.
Michigan's not winning the natty.
I didn't say they were gonna. I didn't say that, but it always had to happen sooner or later for Jim Harbaugh to beat Ohio State.
It took snow.
So
I'm just being honest. It took snow.
They dominated that football game,
Dude.
It
They
wasn't a missed field goal because
no.
kick
They
off
won the line of
snow.
scrimmage.
I think Michigan wins that game
Ohio
regardless.
State.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me if it doesn't snow and it's perfectly sunny?
Yeah, Michigan wins it. It was
Regardless?
too convincing. No, if it was a kick, I was like,
Regardless,
Yeah.
they
You
ran
don't-
for 300 yards and Ohio State couldn't pass because it was a blizzard.
Aiden Hutchinson doesn't get 3
Yeah.
sacks because it's snowing. I will say that.
Yeah.
Now that definitely hindered.
No, I agree.
That
there,
one
but
100% hindered Ohio
But you
State's
don't think
pass
that
game.
Ohio
You're
State
right.
air raid was hindered by a blizzard?
No, it was
I
definitely
agree, but I still
hindered.
think Michigan wins that game.
I think they could very well still win it, but I do think the snow played into it.
No, and I absolutely snow definitely played into helping slow down some.
I mean, bottom line is Michigan's better than Ohio State, right?
Yeah,
This year.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
and that's a
that's-
fact.
right.
But to
That's-
say the
that's my
snow didn't
opinion.
play into it.
that's my opinion.
I think it's a.
Will I be surprised if Georgia wins? Not a bit.
Well,
Not a bit.
Michigan's defense is really good,
Not a bit.
and Michigan's defense can win them.
But
games.
I don't see either team blowing each other out. I think,
Yeah, that's why I think it's so low scoring.
I think they're too close, head to head. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a knockout drag
What's
out.
considered a blowout though?
Because you know how easy it is to get a couple of last-second touchdowns and the score be a blowout.
To me, a blowout is 28, 35 points. That's a blowout to me. Some people consider 21 points a blowout.
21 or more is
I don't consider 21 points a blowout.
If I beat you by 3 touchdowns, I blew you out.
No, I don't. Cause I say you beat me easily, but I don't say you blew me out.
That's a blowout.
That's just me. 28 to 35 is a blowout to me.
Okay, so if we sit down and play NCAA, the common rule is if I get up 21-0, game's over, we restart.
I've never heard that rule, but okay.
Literally how I played growing up.
But I will say, like, if
Dude, let me ask you a question. Me and you play Madden right now, and
this is getting way
at the
too
end of the
long.
first
It's gonna
quarter,
take
I'm up
forever,
21-0. Are we finishing the game?
Oh, absolutely. I'm just going
Thank
to
you.
be out.
So, all right.
It's just gonna be out of 15.
let us,
Dylan.
let us know your predictions down below in the comments.
Yep.
If you actually watched this far,
Yeah, if
probably
you watched this
70
far,
minutes in.
No one did.
I'm very proud of you.
Michigan's not beating Georgia.
I will say,
We'll
hopefully
see.
I get all my picks right.
Dallas wants it to happen really
But
bad.
also-
Cincinnati,
you also
Cincinnati
said-
has a
you
real
also said
chance,
Bama
and
would
Michigan has a real
You
chance.
picked Georgia against Bama.